Hello and welcome. Today we've got something simple. So sit down, take a round, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to a very anticipated review here. Well, I hope it's anticipated anyway. Tonight, I just got out of seeing Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. So here is my review of Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. So sit down, stick around, and as always, enjoy. Alright, so I'm going to do the review here. Basically, I'm going to start off with the stuff that... Actually, I'm going to start off with telling you what I thought about the movie first. And then afterwards, I'm going to go into some spoilers. So then the people who don't want to watch the spoilers don't have to. They can shut it off and then come back later and watch the review. So, what did I think about the movie? The movie was great. It's a great movie. It's actually, it's pretty awesome. It's a good movie. The thing that, see, people are always going to ask to compare. You're always going to want to know a comparison. I'm going to give you a comparison right now. If you look at the two other Batman movies from this Nolan trilogy, if you look at Batman Begins and you look at Batman: The Dark Knight, this one is better than Batman Begins, but it's not quite as good as The Dark Knight, at least not in my opinion. So it's kind of between the two. So if you like any of the two other movies, it's a sure win for you. It's a win, because if it's better than what I consider the worst, but not quite as good as what I consider the best, you're in for a treat. So yeah, it's a pretty good movie. So that being said, so now you know what I think about it. I think anybody out there who likes Batman, who like the other movies, should go out and see it as soon as possible. Now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty. So if you don't want spoilers, I'm forewarning you, shut this off. But come watch it later though. Come watch the rest of it. But shut it off for now. Alright, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here, the spoiler part of this review. Although the movie was great, well, actually, you know, it's not without its flaws. So let's start off with this right away. The acting was great, and that's to be expected. All the other Batman movies in this Christopher Nolan series have been great in acting, so you're not... It's always going to be great in acting. That's, you know, it's just the way it is. Joseph Gordon-Levitt did an awesome job in his role, new to the role. Tom Hardy as well. Anne Hathaway not only did a great Catwoman, but she is fine. Fine. Oh my gosh, she looked nice. She had that motorbike with a badonkadonk. Oh, beautiful. So, yeah, it was nice to watch. So, that's awesome. Acting's awesome. We knew it would be awesome. The movie's almost 3 hours long. Now, some people will say 3 hours long. Holy shit, the fuck is that? It's way too long. But it's not. You actually do not notice the time going by. When the movie was done, I was like, oh fuck, wow, really? 3 hours? Ugh. Fuck, I could have watched this for another 4. So, that's definitely cool. Anytime you can have a movie that long and actually sit through it and feel like you haven't sat that long, and it tells you actually get into the movie and it's actually interesting. So that was cool. Let's get into the characters, because those of you who know, I'm actually a pretty big fan of Bane. So I was happy to see Bane in this movie, because he was so shittily treated in the Batman and Robin movie that I always hoped, and you can actually see my Bane 101, and I was hoping back then to see Bane come over in a movie, and in a better done movie, and he was, which is cool. He looked great. Bane looked fucking great. What I didn't like about Bane are two things, and this might be the comic book fanboy coming out of me or whatever. See, because you're gonna get two different people when you're watching this movie. You get the people who are like, oh fuck, the movie was good. You get the other people who say, oh fuck, they shit on canon. So Okay, Bane's origin is completely off. The only similarities between the origin of Bane, actually there really are none, because they kind of mixed it up in order to try to fuck you over in the end and believing that Bane was a kid. Bane actually was a kid born in prison, that was true. But he wasn't born in prison, the kid, or at least we don't know that, and then it all... Anyways, so the origin's all fucked up. It's nothing to do with Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul's daughter or anything like that. The reveal to Ra's al Ghul's daughter, by the way, was not a surprise at all whatsoever, because if you watch the movie carefully, there's actually a scene where she's with Bruce Wayne when she goes to his place there after he loses all his money, and she's fucking him next to the fireplace, and she's got this scar on her back, and it kind of zooms in on the scar and his hand going over it. It's you're like, holy fuck, here we go. There it is. They're showing us there's something bad about this chick, and true to form, it paid off. So I wasn't surprised by the turn. Some people may be, which is cool, but I wasn't surprised by the turn. I didn't know she would be Ra's al Ghul's daughter though, because I didn't check any of the castings. I had no idea what role she was supposed to play. So that was kind of cool. But I knew she was the villain, and I knew she had connections to him. I just didn't know how. Because of that little scene with the sex scene. People are all like, oh, I'm just gonna look at Christian Bale's beautiful eyes and sensuality and all that, and I'm like, no. Look at the chick's scar! Oh my god, she's a fucking heel! She's a heel! So, that I was like, whatever. So, back to Bane. Bane, although he looked cool, I'm gonna tell you one thing I didn't like about him was his fucking voice. Oh, I did not like that voice. In the animated series, his voice was actually cool because he sounded, you know, like South American. It's the way he's supposed to sound. He sounded kind of like, I want to say Sean Connery if he was a radio host, I guess. It's kind of like the way it is. Oh, Sean, what you do, Trebek? Oh, Alex Trebek. Oh, come here. Oh, come here, Batman. Together we're going to be Batman. We're going to be on news together. We're going to make all this fly and all the people will suffer, Batman. It was like, holy shit. Like, fucking dude, get a radio show. I didn't like the voice. The voice didn't fit the character. And I've heard they've changed the voice a few times over during this film, so I don't know how bad the other shit was to make this sound good, but whoo, whatever. I really didn't care for the voice, so I don't think the voice fit the character really well at all. And another thing, some of the times the voice was just fucking so hard to understand. Like, I don't know if I wasn't listening or I had fucking wax in my ears or I don't know, but some of the shit Bane was saying, I still have no fucking idea what he said. I'm like, Bane, dude, like, what the fuck are you saying? I don't get it, man. Like, caption that shit. Caption that shit. I see people on the show Swamp People that I can understand just fine, and they're all captioned and shit. These people here, Bane's like, holy fuck, Bane. Bane, what are you saying, buddy? Ah. So, those are my quirks with Bane. Another quirk I have, continuity-wise, and I'm not going to go into a whole big spiel about it, was fucking Gordon Levitt's character, which you knew could be, you know, kind of like a vigilante hero, because the way he was, you know, idolizing Batman, all that shit. He's Robin? What the fuck is that? And on top of it, like, you should go by your real name, Robin. Robin's real name is Robin. Something I don't like when they do in film, if they take like a character, like a comic book character, someone who's always already established in literature or something, and they change his name. I so don't like that. If I'm saying, you know, what's his name? His name's fucking Robin Blake? The fuck is that? What the fuck names their kids that? It makes no sense. So I really didn't like that. I don't care about the fucking circus thing, because let's face it, the fucking circus is dead, man. It's gone. There's no more circus. So you really can't do, he's fucking... I said that to my friend after the movie, like, fuck, you know, you really fucked up on Robin's origin. It's like, oh, why, you want to see him on a trapeze? No, I don't give a shit about the circus. It's just him, his name and everything. It just, I don't know. I guess it's the fanboy in me. I still enjoyed it nonetheless, but I'm sure some fanboys will be a lot more sensitive to that issue than I am. There is a lack of Batman in the movie. There's not a lot of Batman in the movie. There's more Bruce Wayne in the movie and more of everything else. Which isn't bad, because then when you see Batman, you're more like, oh, fuck Batman, yeah, fight away. So I guess that's okay. Batman and Bane's fights are good. They're good. See, it's nothing elaborate, because Bane doesn't have super venom in his, like, he doesn't have venom in him, so he's not like fucking super huge and like fucking breaking shit, and you know what I mean? Like being like a total comic book, way above average superhuman creation. That's not what he is. So it just looks like two people just fighting. The scene when he breaks him though is fucking cool. I love it. Just holding him up in the air and just fucking right in the knee. Because being being the comic book fan and loving Nightfall, that's always like when you saw Bane in the other movie, in the piece of shit Batman and Robin movie, that's always what you're like, oh fuck, Bane's again. What? Holler. And you're like, fuck man, I wish I could just see him lift Batman in the air and just fuck the shit out of his back. And he does it in this movie. He does it. He fucks up Batman's vertebrae. Which, I had back surgery a few years ago because I had a bulging disc. It fucking hurts, man. That shit hurts, man. What they did to him after to fucking wrap him around that fucking cord and fucking snap his back into place, man. That was one fucked up chiropractor that should lose his license. Yeah. But, I mean, again, overall, the movie's good. It does have its flaws, but the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. And I'm sure after I see it again, I'm going to appreciate it even more. The whole scene with Bane in the airplane in the beginning was fucking very, very cool. I really, really enjoyed that. So, I'm going to give this movie a better than Batman Begins. I'm going to give it not quite as good as The Dark Knight. So, it's a tweener, it's in between the two. So, yeah. Go out and see it. Make your own decisions. Be informed. Stay in school. So until next time, guys, take care. Later.